Guys, and welcome to another episode of Nostalgia Merchants, and Season 1, Episode 1 of our FIFA 13 Wolfsburg Career Mode. And yes, we are finally back with a brand new series on the channel. It's been a while, but we're here. We're on FIFA 13. The people have voted. They wanted a normal career mode, and that is what we are bringing today, and hopefully for the foreseeable. We are with Wolfsburg. A very decent team. I think in real life they finished around 11th this season. Obviously we're going to try and get them up the league, maybe get to the top 6, get some European places, try and go on a cup run and win a domestic trophy. That would be lovely. And yeah, we're back with a new series. I'm excited. It's been a while. It's been quite a few months. I think the last series we did was the Gary Neville career mode, which wow, it went pretty much about as well as expected. It was pretty realistic, but yeah, that was a tough one, and I think that's probably why I took a break. But we're back in it now, ready to go on FIFA 13. And yeah, let's have a little look at the squad and see what we want to do with it. Now, Wolfsburg have a pretty big squad, some really decent players, but I think they definitely need depth and a couple of starters, especially if we want to push for those European places. But we've got Benaglio, Fagner at right back, Naldo, a brilliant centre-back in the game. Pogatet's a little bit slow. 29 might be good for rotation, but nothing much more. Ricardo Rodriguez, very young in this game. We definitely need a backup left back, or even someone to start and rotate, because I think he's the only left back at the club. Josue, quite old, is going to decline quickly. Definitely need a defensive midfielder through the door ASAP. We've got Pilar at left mid, decent pace, a decent dribbler as well, good agility. Varina at right mid. I know he's a cam, but he's definitely got stats of a winger, and that's where we want to play him, because the main man at 10 is Diego, wearing the number 10 as well. An absolute baller on his day, and so good in FIFA as well. 83 rated, 27 is going to be the main man of the team, and yeah, he's going to be the one driving us to glory, hopefully. Up front, we've got Bas Dost. Now, obviously I'm going to keep him. Don't know if he's someone I want to be starting week in, week out, but we do have a two-striker formation. We're playing the 4-1-2-1-2, which is very overpowered on FIFA 13. One of my favourites. Good finishing, good heading accuracy. So if we compare him with a quick striker, which Olic isn't, he's a decent striker, but he's 32, and they'd only just signed him in real life, so he's not someone that we can sell. Definitely going to be a bench player, but we don't have anyone really through the door at the minute. I've got the transfer shortlist already kind of lined up. We'll go through that after we go through the squad. A lot of these players will be getting sold or sent out on loan. You've got Hits on the bench, trash at right back, backup right back. Not very trash, pretty average. I wouldn't say trash, but good stamina, some decent stand tackle stats, and yeah, look, good rotation for the right back role. We've got Felipe at centre back, another good rotation. Not the quickest, but definitely not slow. Good sprint speed. We've got Lakic on the bench. Someone I'd probably sell, 28, 74 rated. Not really anything stand out. Polak, another old DM, 74 rated. There's a lot of players like this in this squad that I have transfer listed already. We've got Helms, 28 years old. Not a bad striker, but if we can get some good money for him, there's definitely one or two we could bring through. I think we're going to probably sell quite a few strikers. Like Lakic and Helms, just off the top of my head. I would have sold Olic, but we can't sell him this summer, so we're going to sell these two, maybe a couple more. We've got Marcel Schaefer as well. Patrick Drews, someone we could probably sell, because we've got Hits as backup in the keeper department. Medojevic, yeah, 21. Not, I mean, this isn't going to be like a long career mode, probably 2 seasons. Yeah, I don't know if I want to hold on to players like this or just get as much money in to make, you know, transfers now to build the squad out with players I want to use. But if anyone's seen the Newcastle career mode, specifically Season 2, Episode 1, I tried to clear out the squad and I didn't bring enough in. Then I got injuries before the season and I had to start Abu Diaby in goal because I had no goalkeepers. So I just need to not make that mistake again. I'm going to do a clear out. But just I need to remember to not shoot myself too short. Is it shoot yourself short? Is that the phrase? Cut myself short. Leave myself short? There we go. We got there. Third time lucky. Robin Knock. Yeah, look, a lot of these players are young. Probably will grow, but I don't think we're going to be here long enough for it to be worthwhile. Orozco now has decent stats. Probably someone I'm going to keep for the cup games, because obviously we're playing with a 10. We've got the 4-1-2-1-2, a DM and a cam. So it could be good to come off the bench. Good agility and balance as well. Could be quite fun to use. We've got Panowitz. Probably going to sell. Click. Yeah, a lot of these players are just kind of like, they'd be good to grow and maybe loan out if we was doing 3, 4, 5 seasons. But I think I'm just going to sell most of these guys. Hasibi, yeah, probably will keep for rotation unless we get a decent offer. Simon Kjaer, decent centre-back, not the quickest, but probably good for rotation. Alexander Madlung, which is quite ironic because he's only got 65 stamina. But terrible joke, and everyone's just stopped watching. And unsubscribed. Definitely going to sell 29 and 73 overall. 29 shouldn't be old, but on these FIFAs, players start declining. Sometimes at 28. You got Kyrgiakos. I don't know if I've pronounced that right. I do try and pride myself on pronunciations, but I feel like I got that wrong. But yeah, 32 years old, 72 rated. Need to just get rid and get some money through the door. Thomas Kallenberg. Probably going to sell 29. No real good stats. And we've got a couple players out on loan. There's one in particular. Now, Koo looks pretty good, especially as a backup 10. I might bring Koo back, but I think we can do that at any point in the season, so I'm not in a rush to do that. But this man here, Giovanni Sio, 87 acceleration, 88 sprint speed, 83 agility, 80 ball control, 81 shot power. Is he tall? I think he's like 6 foot. I could be wrong. He's 5'11", so it's not far off, but can play out wide, can play as striker. And if I'm going to use Bastos, I definitely want a quick striker next to him. Obviously, I want to sign 1 or 2, but I think Giovanni Sio is someone that we are going to bring back to the club. We're going to probably leave Poulter out on loan, and I believe that is the squad. It isn't. We've got Chijurgi. That was not how you pronounce it. Sijurtsi. I don't know how you pronounce it, but he's going to stay on loan, so we won't have to worry about it. Gogia. Yeah, another player that we'll just probably leave out on loan and sell next season if we're here. But yeah, that is the squad. Benaglio, a decent goalkeeper, probably won't need replacing. Fagner, a good right back with good pace, and we've got the rotation option as well. Naldo, a great centre back. We're going to need a new centre-back in, a DM. I know I've gone through this, but I'm just kind of clearing up what we need for the first team. So a striker, a DM, a centre-back, and I think we're good. Then we need like a rotation left-back, probably a backup winger as well, someone with a bit of pace that can come off the bench, and probably a striker or two. Maybe a striker that can play out wide as well. We like to do that. I've done that with quite a lot of my teams, get quick strikers that we can move out wide for rotation options. But that is the squad. We're going to have a quick look at the shortlist. And I think we've got 19.5 million for the transfer budget. So a pretty healthy budget, specifically for these older games. You won't really see many players over 10 mil, especially the kind of players we're looking at. I'm going to try and go for like 5 mil and under, because I want to get at least 4 players in before selling. And yeah, let me stop waffling. Let's get into the transfer shortlist. And we can maybe start making some offers straight away. And here we go. We've got quite a few centre-backs on the shortlist. Probably only bring 1 in. I'm a bit worried because we haven't got too many pacey centre-backs. So I definitely want to bring a quick centre-back in. And just because of price, Miranda and Yunus Kabul are the 2 I'm looking at heavily. I don't know why Miranda. I'm drawn to Miranda more so than Kabul. Maybe because I'm an Arsenal fan and buying a Tottenham player feels criminal. But I know how good Kabul is in this game. And he also is a year younger than Miranda. But that Miranda card, I forgot how good it was. Even stats-wise, I think Kabul might be the better option. I think what we could probably do is put an offer in for both. Now, I forgot we can do player swaps. So maybe we even do that. I forgot that you could do player swaps back in the day. I thought that it was a newer feature. But Madlung, I mean, we might need a better centre-back to throw in than that. Have we got like a 75 rate? I don't even know the squad well enough yet. No, I want to keep Felipe. He hasn't got bad pace. And I don't really... I mean, unless we throw Emmanuel Pogatetz in, 2.5 million Pogatetz, I'm happy to do that. Pogatetz isn't going to get any better and he's not quick. And that might give us room to get 1 more player in before selling. Obviously, Pogatetz is kind of an outgoing player, so it's not ideal. But we're going to go for Miranda, and we are going to go for Yunus Kabul. 40k. Wait, how much is Miranda? 30. Okay, so he's got even cheaper wages as well. Approach Spurs to buy, and I might throw another player in the mix. This time we will throw Madlung in, but we might have to offer a little bit more. We'll go 3.5 and Madlung as an offer, and see if they accept. Now, as for DM, I've got 2 lined up. Luis Gustavo and Felipe Melo. Now, Melo is 29, so he's probably going to decline, but he's all-round stats. Look at that. All yellows and greens other than the goalkeeper stats, which, funnily enough, should be higher because this was the year he came on as a sub for Galatasaray as a goalkeeper. Or was he already on the pitch? I think he came on and he had to go in goal because the keeper, I think the first keeper got sent off, and then the first keeper come off injured, and then the sub keeper got sent off, and I think gave away a penalty. Felipe Melo came on as a goalkeeper, saved the penalty, and I think they won the game. And he got a Team of the Week bronze goalkeeper card, which was phenomenal. That was a long story, but an incredible one. And Felipe Melo, for that reason alone, I've just convinced myself to go for it because I know Luis Gustavo is so much has so much more room to grow. He's a lot younger and pretty much just as good. But that story alone just convinced me. We're going to start like throwing players, I guess, to offload the outgoings in terms of money. Like Medojevic and 4 mil. Just to, actually, I'll go 3.5 just to knock off a mil if we can. And so we can offset some wages as well. So the best way to do it, it's kind of what I've done throughout all of my career modes. I think it's the best way, especially how budgets work on these games. Like, you don't have a big budget. Obviously, player prices are cheaper, but yeah. As for left back, there's only one left back I really want as a backup. Maybe not even backup, maybe a starter, but definitely an option. And I'm going to go for Adriano, and I'm going to offer 3 mil straight up. No player swap. I'm going to offer 3 million. And hope we can get Adriano in, because we definitely need rotation at left back. Now, as for the winger, I'm not as worried about getting a winger. It's definitely something I want. And Kelvin is a player I've tried to get in a couple of career modes already on this channel. And it's not something we've been able to do. I would really like to get it done. But we also have Jeffren, who, for the same price, even though he's a bit older, his stats are pretty decent, to be honest. I might make that decision a little later. Another player I was looking at is Peniel Malapa, an unbelievable player in FIFA 13, a silver beast. He's got decent pace, but I don't know if I want someone a little bit quicker and more agile like Adrian. I think I'm going to go for Adrian, and we're going to go for a swap. Now, the good thing about Malapa is there could be budget at the end of the window to bring him in, if Adrian is our main striker sign-in. Now, I'm going to offer Patrick Helms, and honestly, 2 million I think I'm going to offer on top of that. I think that's a fair offer. Helms is decent, 78 rated, a few years older than Adrian, but that is the offer we're going to send, and hopefully it gets accepted. And as for outgoing offers, I'm going to leave it there. I think that's the best way to go. Don't want to throw too much out at once. We've got quite a few players on the transfer list, which I could probably, I think I can, yeah, I can show you who I've got lined up to go. There we go. We've got quite a lot of players. We've got Josue, Johnson, Lakic, Polak, Karlenberg, Drews, Hassani, Click, Schultzer, Helms, Madlung. Benaglio is not on the transfer list. That is the end of the transfer list. But a lot of older players or lower rated players, a pretty hefty transfer list there. And probably a couple others that we're willing to let go, like Pogatetz, who isn't on this list, that we've obviously tried to throw an offer in for. But that is how it looks in terms of transfers in and out so far. And I guess now we could probably just skip ahead and wait to see if we get any accepted offers. And all of our offers are unacceptable. At least 4 of them. So they do not want Pogatetz, and they're not happy with the money. I guess we can up the offer to 4 million and take Pogatetz out. That is our bettered offer. I don't know if it's that much better, but it is what it is. It's what we're offering. Now, we didn't offer Pogatetz to Tottenham, so maybe we do that now. Manuel Pogatetz, I'm sure he was at West Ham. But yeah, 2.5 million and Pogatetz for Yunus Kabul. Hopefully they can accept. I'll take either or. Obviously, I'd rather Miranda, but honestly, I'm happy with either. Galatasaray, they're not happy with the player or the money we've offered. So we'll up the offer to 4.5 without a player, and let's hope they can start negotiating with us. And as for Barcelona now, we really want Adriano. They want 4.3. I'm going to offer 3.5. Maybe throw in like like I don't know why I'm throwing him in. That seemed like a stupid offer. But we'll see if they accept. That is 4 of the offers rejected. I can't remember how many we sent. I think it was a bit more than 4, but not a good start in terms of the transfer window, but we keep moving, and hopefully we can get some outgoings done as well. And Atletico Madrid have also rejected our offer for Adrian. It's not great. They didn't want Helms, which is interesting. We might have to offer 5 up front and just see what they say. Maybe they can start negotiating. Hopefully that'll get the ball rolling. But, I mean, I have lowballed quite a few of these offers, but mainly because of the budget. So fingers crossed we can start getting some through the door ASAP. And we've received our first transfer offer, and it is for Hassani. Now, I mean, he has a value of 1 million, and they've offered way under that. So we're going to ask for 12 million? 1.25 million is what the counter offer is going to be. I'll be happy with 1 million, but they've kind of lowballed us, which I can't be angry about because we've lowballed everyone we've tried to offer for. But yeah, hopefully they can come back and give us a better offer. And Dusseldorf have come back and have actually gone to 1.2 million for Hassani, and that is more than I was happy to take. An extra 200k on the budget is never a bad thing. And we have another unacceptable offer. They want 6.5 for Miranda. I'll offer 5.5 and see if they can go anywhere closer to that. But yeah, Miranda could be a hard one to get. Maybe Kabul is the way to go. Galatasaray have accepted our offer for Felipe Melo, which is really good. I know he's 29 years old, but sometimes, especially if a player performs well and a team's performing well, the player doesn't dip too much. Sometimes they can actually grow a little bit. So that's what I'm kind of clinging on to. I don't want to sign him and then all his stats just absolutely tank. That would be a real disappointment because 4.5 mil, although it's not a boatload, it's kind of like nearly pretty much a quarter of our budget. And I mean, look, he's 81 rated and seamlessly slots into the team and will be a great addition and can go and goal if I mess up with the transfers, but hopefully we don't get to that point. We're going to offer him 20%, 3 years, 35k a week, which is a little bit under what he's asking for. Going to offer him a crucial first team role and hope that he accepts, and that could be our first signing through the door. And Atletico Madrid have flat out rejected the offer for Adrian. It's a little bit worrying. Now, I'm going to try and do something that sometimes works. And that... Wait, we can't throw Olichin, can we? No. That is sometimes to just, like, throw an offer again. So, I'll offer 5 mil and Helms. I know they said they don't want Helms, but maybe if we up the monetary bid, chucking Helms in will just tip it over the line. Because I don't really want to spend loads on Adrian, even though he'd be fantastic. We might have to look elsewhere. I know we've got Malapa there. I'm just a little bit worried. We do need a striker with pace next to Dost. I know Dost can be good, and I would like to use him, but we need someone agile next to him to keep that kind of partnership and balance. And they have rejected our offer for Yunus Kabul. I'm going to up it by 1 mil, and I'm going to keep Pogatetz in. Even though they said they don't want him, I'd actually like to shift Pogatetz now. I've got it in my head. I kind of want to shift him, and I want to bring a centre-back in as soon as possible. I'm hoping we don't get to a point where we're starting the season short because I can't get deals over the line. We've still got quite a way to go, still early in July, and we've still got pre-season games to sim through. But fingers crossed we can get these done as soon as possible. But in other news, Barcelona have accepted our offer for Adriano, and he doesn't take much wages. We're going to offer him 15k, 20% for 3 years. I might even bump that up to 4. Now, his current contract is future first-team player. I might have to go important. I think he's going to want to be an important first-team player. Ricardo Rodriguez is only 19, so even if we start Adriano, I'm not too worried because Rodriguez is going to get game time, and Adriano's a very much like-for-like replacement. And we're spending money on him, and he's a good player, technically sound. Not the quickest, but definitely not slow. A solid sign-in, and I hope we can get it done. It's a cheap one as well. And we do have a transfer offer in for Lakic. I'm going to ask for 2.5. I'm trying to ask for a bit more than what the value is. They've offered 1.7, which is definitely under. We want at least 2.1. I want to get at least the value of all these players. If we can get more, that's brilliant. But we do need to be bringing in as much money as possible to try and bulk the team up. And Hassani has sold to Dusseldorf for 1.2. The board have allocated us 1 mil, which is very generous. And yeah, that's extra money added to the transfer pot that we can now spend on players if we get any accepted deals. And yeah, that's one out the door. Felipe Melo has accepted the offer we sent to him, and we do have our first signing through the door, and an important one. We really needed a DM, and he's a very, very good DM as well. Let's hope he can keep his rating and his stats, and hopefully he's a good signing for us. Another rejected offer for Adrian. It's not looking amazing. I'll go up to 6.5, and maybe, is there someone we can throw in? Anyone? I don't know. I don't really want to put a first team player in. Yeah. Schaefer. Maybe. It feels a little bit risky because he's probably someone I wouldn't mind for rotation. But if we can get Adrian in, then I'd rather Adrian than Schaefer in the team, basically. It's a bit of a risky one, but it's an offer we're going to send. Wow, Reading have matched our asking price of 2.5 mil for Lakic, and they're going ahead with the deal. That is great news. More money coming through the door, and we're starting to, well, I say lighten the squad. We're still bringing players in, but I do want to make the squad a little thinner because it's pretty hefty, and there's not a lot of usable players. So if we can shorten the squad and make more use of the players that we have in it. That was something I tried to do in Season 2 with Newcastle. I managed to just about do it, but I definitely hurt myself. I definitely hurt myself by doing it. So just got to be careful this time, learn from my mistakes. And yeah, another player out the door, and that's decent money. Tottenham are not budging. They don't want Pogatetz. It seems like no one does. We'll offer 4. Honestly, I'm going to offer 4 straight up. I might even list Pogatetz on the transfer market because no one seems to want him. Adriano has accepted the contract offer, and we do have a left-back through the door now. Kigiakos has gone the other way. Thankfully, he's going the other way because I don't have to try and pronounce his name anymore. He's going to Barcelona, so that's an upgrade for him. But yeah, Adriano is at the club and probably will start for us for the start of the season. And yeah, pretty big signing, and I'm happy with it. And Atletico have accepted our transfer offer for Miranda. Now to the contract negotiations. 30k a week, 20% bonus for 4 years, and a crucial first-team player, of course. And hopefully we can bring him through. I'm hoping he will accept this and not ask for too much money in terms of wage, because we've had to adjust it already just to bring him in because we only had 20k remaining. And yeah, I forgot I had to adjust the wage budget. So our transfer budget isn't actually as big as I thought it was. A little bit worrying, but we're selling players and we need to bring a centre-back in, and we're definitely going to try and sell Pogatetz now. But Miranda hopefully will be through the door if he accepts this contract. And we have received an offer for Patrick Drews. I'm going to ask for 400. I know it's a little bit more than what his value is, but I think we should just try and go a little higher because it's been matched now by Reading at least, so maybe other clubs will do it. He's our third choice, which is risky. Maybe I should hold on to him, but I think I'm happy to let him go. We've got a backup in hits and obviously Benaglio as our starter. So fingers crossed this won't be a big issue for the long run. And Lakic has now sold. We got 2.1 allocated, so they took 400k, which ain't too bad. More money coming in and helps us with our future transfers. Another deal over the line in terms of outgoings. Hopefully 1 or 2 more through the door now. And with that being said, the 400k asking price for Drews has been matched. And hopefully that's another player out the door. Atletico still not budging on Adrian. I think it's one we should probably walk away from. Maybe we bring Malapa in. Maybe I look at another striker that's pacey. Maybe an Eswine. I know we signed him for Palermo, but Eswine was at his peak in FIFA 13. So maybe Eswine is actually one we look at. But some good news, maybe great news even, Miranda has accepted and we have a starting centre-back through the door. And our starting lineup is getting stronger and stronger, just a striker now. And I'm very, very pleased. We've even improved the left-back spot technically. So yeah, look, some really good signings through the door. A couple of Brazilians actually. This is our 3rd Brazilian. I didn't even realise that we've signed so many Brazilians. We've got Diego in the team as well, so that's 4. Wow, this is a Brazil-centric team, which didn't... that was an accident, but here we are. And yeah, let's get him through the door. And Tottenham have also accepted our offer for Yunus Kabul. I guess we can throw a contract offer out there. I don't know if this is one we're going to go for now. 20% bonus, 4 years, important first-team player, 40k a week, which is more than what Miranda's on. We've already got a centre-back in him. We've got Naldo and we've got Miranda as the centre-back partnership, which is really good. Kabul doesn't feel like a priority, but we'll send an offer, maybe stall it, see what happens throughout the window. But yeah, I think we're pretty much not going to do this deal unless we get everything we need through the door and still have the budget, which I don't think is going to happen. But don't want to walk away from it just now, just in case. Say an injury happens in the next couple of days, someone gets an ACL, and then we need another centre-back. So keep the option open, but I'm not sure we're going to go through with it. And Drews has been sold for 400k. We've been allocated 350. I'm now going to go look at a striker, which I did say I was going to do before, but S1 is the striker we're going to go look for. And we've got a little bit more budget to play with. Alexander S1, they only want 3.4 mil for. Maybe we could send Helms. Sorry, I'm going to say Holmes then, like the homies, is it? The old courier service. But yeah, honestly, I don't think we need to offer much. I'll offer a mil. How much is Helms worth? Helms is worth 4.6. Honestly, I might just go for a straight swap. He's worth more than S1. And yeah, look, S1 is unbelievable in this game. One of my favourite players on FIFA 13. And at 3.4 million, and we have a backup striker that we're not using that's worth more, hopefully they go for a straight swap, because this would be a magnificent deal. And maybe we could get Malapa in as well, just for that extra depth. And Kabul has accepted his contract. Now, obviously, we're going to stall it. We don't really need him right now. We'll come back to it at a later date if needed, but it might be one that, as I said, goes to waste because we don't desperately need it right now. Don't get me wrong, it'd be a fantastic depth option, but because we haven't got everything we need right now, I don't want to jump at it. I feel like if I jump at it now and then don't get everything I need, I'd just live to regret it. So yeah, we're going to wait. I would like to go back to it. Just thinking about it now, rotation, having stronger rotation options, especially for the cups and stuff, could be important, but for now we need other things. We need a striker, and honestly we need backup wingers. Actually, saying that, I think I'm going to go for one now. Yeah, let's do it. The elusive Kelvin, someone we've been trying to get for months and months in real life, over several different teams and several different series on this channel. Kelvin has been a player I really wanted to get. I'm going to offer 4 mil straight up. I know they're not going to accept it, but I'm just throwing it out there. A low ball. He's not on a lot of wages, so I don't mind going up a bit. I don't even know if I'm going to like him on this game. I can't remember if I used him. I feel like he was pretty expensive. I know I used him on FIFA 14, I believe it was, and I really liked him, but I don't know if I used him on FIFA 13, but I know people raved about him, and it's a good Brazilian from Porto, 19 years old, good stats. Brasilvas in FIFA 13 were phenomenal. Let's hope we can bring him in. It definitely would be a rotation option, but we need it. And Nuremberg have accepted the straight swap for S-Wine. I am absolutely flabbergasted at what a deal we've just got there. I'm going to give him important first team player for 4 years, 20% on 10k a week, a very low wage. That feels like an absolute steal. And hopefully he accepts and we can bring Alexander S-Wine to the club. And Porto have also accepted our lowball offer for Kelvin. And things are starting to look good. We're going to offer him a squad rotation option, 4 years, 20%, 15k a week. And can we finally get the elusive Kelvin on a series on this channel? We've not been able to do it as of yet. Can we do it now? Let's hope we can. And S-Wine has accepted. What a deal. I know Helms is worth more. We could have probably sold him and bought S-Wine for maybe less and saved a bit of money that way. But honestly, a straight swap is good for me. I don't have to deal with the hassle of selling and then buying. It's two separate deals. It's just one straight swap. No money gone out, obviously, other than the wage. Actually, I think Helms' wage would be higher, so we've probably gained on wage budget as well. I'm absolutely over the moon with this. He goes straight into the starting 11 next to Bastos. And yeah, what a deal. And I'm going to bring Giovanni Sio back from loan. I know I mentioned it at the start of the episode, but now we've got S-Wine in and we've sold a couple strikers. I want to bring him in just for that depth. We're going to recall him. He's back at the club. And what a player. Like, really good pace, a really good option off the bench, can play out wide, can play up front. And yeah, that's more depth and good depth as well. And we've just received an offer for Rasmus Johnson. It's a 1 mil offer, a decent offer, but I'm going to ask for 1.5, go a little bit above the value. Hopefully more money through the door. Maybe we could get Kabul if Kelvin comes through the door and we get a couple more players out. We might be able to buy that backup centre-back as well. And they have matched the offer. And it's 1.5 mil. We'll probably get like 1.1, 1.2. Even if we get one, that'd be decent money going into the budget. And obviously a bit of wages freed up as well. But more good transfer dealings. And Kelvin has rejected our offer. He wants a bigger role in the team. Wow. Okay. What did we offer? Squad rotation. I'll offer important, but I don't like offering that because unless he's like unbelievable, I kind of have my starting 11 set, but I'm happy for him to come in and shake things up. But we'll offer 15k, 20% for 4 years as an important first team player. We might have to just sub him on a lot. And we've just received an offer for Alexander Madlung. I'd love to be able to squeeze $1 million. His value's only 875, but if we could get $1 million for him, I'd be really happy with that. He's 30, 73 rated. We're not going to get much more out of him. Hopefully we can just get some money in. Rasmus Johnson has been sold for 1.5, and we've been allocated 1.3, which is always good. And we do have another transfer offer, and it's... Well, actually we don't. The price tag we've set for Madlung was a little high, and that's a bit of a mistake. We should have just offloaded him and accepted it, especially because it's a player we're never going to use. An error on my part, getting too greedy. I've been negotiating pretty well so far. Overdid it there. And finally, we have Kelvin in a team. Finally, for one of these series, we have a good Brazilian winger that I've been trying to get. As I've said several times already, Kelvin is at the club now, and I'm absolutely buzzing about it. 19-year-old, 74 rated winger, Brazilian talent, Brasilva. I'm hoping he's good in game. Haven't used Kelvin for a long time. I'm a little bit scared, but I'm also excited because we've been trying to get this done for many teams, and we get it done for Wolfsburg. Welcome to the club, Kelvin. And up next, we have our first pre-season friendly against Stade Brest. We're going to sim it, of course. We're going to sim all of the pre-season games. The lineup, as you can see, Benaglio, Fagner, Mirando, Naldo, and Adriano in defence. Felipe Melo, Pilar, Virinha, Diego, Olic, and Eswine. And Miranda's got sent off 4 minutes into his debut. Diego with the goal. We go 1-0 up. We've got Dost and CO on the bench. So I'm going to start Olic because he's actually really good in terms of stats, especially next to Eswine. And Kelvin comes off the bench and scores. They get one back, hopefully only a consolation. But we've got Josue, Rodriguez, Felipe, and Hits all on the bench. And we've got the third, Eswine with the goal. Two of the new boys getting goals. And it is a 3-1 win. First game of pre-season with 10 men as well for pretty much the whole game. You love to see it. And yeah, what a start to pre-season. We have our next pre-season game now straight away. We've got Newcastle away in another friendly. We're going to keep the starting lineup the same. The team did very well, as did the subs. Fingers crossed they can do it again. I don't know if I'll go through the whole squad this time. Of course, Newcastle, who we did our career mode with, very fitting. Completely forgot. They got Bar and Cisse, Kabai, Tiote. A lot of players that we recognise. Colaccini, who sadly left us. Tim Krul. Anita, Marvo, Amiobi. We are 1-0 down. Of course, Cisse, who was unbelievable for us, getting the goal. Newcastle are a very decent team. We are 1-0 down, unfortunately. And it looks like we might not get into it, but Miranda, who got the red card, gets the equaliser. And we get a draw. We don't lose in the second pre-season game. Miranda. And wow, I just realised Fagner got a red card. I've been waffling so much. I didn't even realise there's 2 red cards back to back, which is a bit worrying. But it's 1-1. Miranda, maybe Fagner will score in the next game. We do have another transfer offer for Alexander Madlung. I'm going to ask for 800. I'm just going to ask for 800 and leave it at that. It's less than what we got offered before, but I do want to get rid, and he's probably declining. So yeah, I just want to get the money in and get out, really. We have another offer for Karlenberg now, and this is good. We can start getting some players out. Maybe have money for January, or maybe go in for one more. I'm pretty happy with what we've got now. We've got good backup. We've got 4 strikers. We've got a couple of DMs, a couple of cams. We've got 4 wingers. One of them I'm not 100% on. We've got 2 right backs, 4 centre backs, 2 left backs. We could do with a better backup keeper, but honestly, I'm really happy with the squad. We're going to ask for 1.3 for Karlenberg, a little bit over his value. But yeah, look, it might be best to wait until, just leave some money for January, because obviously as the season goes on, we'll realise there's stuff missing. Maybe big injuries happen. We might need a position more than we realise we do. So I'm going to leave it for now. Maybe something can happen at the end of the transfer window. Maybe a big offer comes in and we sell someone that we don't expect to. I don't know. But as of right now, I'm not going to jump into any more signings and just get this last pre-season game out of the way so we can finally start the league. and they don't want to pay much more than 700 for Madlung. It's 100k less than we were initially offered, but I'm going to accept it just to get him out the door and thin that squad, because it's a big squad. And we have had our asking price matched for Karlenberg, which is very good. More players out the door, more money in. Squad's looking thinner, but it's looking a lot more well-rounded, and there's more players I want to use. And yeah, it's not a bloated squad now. Maybe 1 or 2 more out the door, and we're in a good place. And here we go. Up next in our third and final game of pre-season, we're at home to Everton. Hopefully another win. It'd be so funny if Fagner scored, because Miranda got sent off, then scored. Fagner was sent off in the last game. Hopefully he scores in this one. And hopefully no more red cards. Now, Everton with a decent team. Howard, Jagielka, Heitinger, Baines. Another red card for Miranda. That's 2 in 3. Oh my God. They've got Fellaini, Gibson, Pienaar. SYM goes 1-0 up. Osman Mirallas, who we did have for AC Milan, if anyone remembers, for half a season. And it just wasn't that good for us, so we got rid. But some good players on the bench as well. Kelvin's picked up a knock. That's not good. And Osman equalises. Devastating into the game. But we do go through pre-season unbeaten. Invincibles in pre-season. You'll never sing that. But yeah, Kelvin with the injury. Hopefully it's not a bad one. We'll have to go and have a little look. Hopefully it's only a week or so. But that is worrying. Player injured for 5 months. Oh my God, it's a cruel joke. It's actually just a cruel joke. Like, it took me so long to get Kelvin after all the teams I've been at and all the transfer windows I've had trying to get him. Always having him in my shortlist for loads of different clubs amongst different games and different series on the channel. We finally get him, and he breaks his tibia and is out for more than half the season. And it does mean, as I said, there might be something that happens and we need to dip back into the market. We have to now sign another winger. Oh, it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. The one player I was really excited to use, because I haven't used him in so long. Honestly, it's such a cruel joke. Thing is, I thought the injury logos were different. The little bandage usually means it's not a big one, and then you get like the red cross, right? If it's like a bad injury. Oh no, it's like a little ambulance, is it? A red ambulance? The little sign if it's like a really bad injury. We got the little plaster, so I thought it was like a little few week injury. Oh my God, 5 months, broken tibia. Well, that's something to look forward to, I guess, whenever he's back. September, October, November, December, January. He'll be back for January. I feel like I said December, not December, but my head's gone. I can't believe it. Right, okay. We'll have to get another winger in. And we've sold Thomas Karlenberg, got 1.1 mil through the door. And yeah, the squad's getting thinner. Need to be careful now. Need to be careful not to go overboard. I've done this before. Let's be careful. Another player sold, of course, Madlung has gone for 725. We've been allocated 625. Not the best deal. We could have got 100k more than that at least, and we overdone it. And yeah, we've had to accept the lowball offer. But he's out the door. Wages freed up as well. Now, this man right here is a very, very underrated FIFA legend. Jonathan Petroipa. I don't know how many people... I don't hear him spoken about enough when people speak about the best Ultimate Team cards back in the day are overpowered players, but left winger Jonathan Petroipa, 92 pace. He's 3.9 million, 25k a week. He's well within our budget. I'm going to offer free. Do we have anyone we could throw their way? Yeah, it's looking a little bit thinner now. Maybe we could get a cam in. Click or Klitsch. Yeah, that is what we're going to offer. 3 million and click. I'm going to say click. For Jonathan Petroipa, an absolute legend back in the day. But yeah, I don't hear too many people speak about him. Maybe we could bring it back, bring the legendary status back for Jonathan Petroipa, and he could help save us, especially with Kelvin being out half the season. Let's hope we can get this accepted. Okay, so they're not interested in the player, which is very fair. I'm going to offer 3.5 for Petroipa. We just need to get him through the door. We've got enough wage budget to get him through. And we've got 1.5 mil still if we pay the 3.5. So we've got the money to get this done. We just need to hurry up and do it before the season starts. And they're still not happy. Wow. Considering he's only got 11 months left on his contract, they're being quite stubborn. I'm going to offer 4. That's more than his value. And he's only got 11 months on his contract. So hopefully they accept this. I know they're asking for 4.5, but we shouldn't be paying that really. And finally, Stade Rennais accept the offer for Petroipa. Now we just need him to agree. He does want 30, so he wants a little bit of a pay rise. We'll offer that with a 20% 4-year. We'll offer him important first-team player because we do have wingers. I don't want to give a guaranteed spot to anyone in that position, even though I'm saying important first-team player, so that's almost guaranteed. But yeah, fingers crossed he can accept. The season's only a few days away, and we could have our full squad ready in time if he can accept ASAP. And we have received an offer for Pogatetz. 2.2 million. I am going to ask for 3. I think we can get 3 for him. I'm a little bit worried about selling him, but we do have centre-back backup options. And Hoffenheim haven't accepted the 3 mil that we want for Pogatetz. Honestly, I don't want much less than 2. Well, I don't want any less than 2.6. We're going to ask for 2.9. I'm not budging. I'm not desperate to sell. And unfortunately, Petroipa, wow, he's not accepted the offer. He's willing to negotiate, but he's a top player at his club, which means we're going to have to offer him a crucial role and probably a bit of a bump on his current wage. Yeah, it's look, we've got the money to do it. I'm going to go for 45 just to try and secure it. Petroipa playing hardball, though. Not what we need days before the start of the season. So we can get it done. And Hoffenheim have matched our asking price of 2.9 mil for Pogatetz. So that is a centre-back out the door. I really need to restrict what I get out now because I think the squad is probably at a good place. Maybe it's probably at a perfect place now. We've got backup centre-backs. We've got, is it Ayer? We've got Felipe. That's 2 backup centre-backs. So we really didn't need Pogatetz, actually. That actually is probably a clever idea to get him out the door, sorry. And in other news that is even better, Petroipa, after playing hardball, accepts, and we do get a winger through the door. Not that we needed to. Well, we did need to. We didn't need to get another one until Kelvin got injured. But look, an underrated legend of FIFA for sure. And hopefully he can carry on that legendary overpoweredness that he displayed all those years ago for Wolfsburg in our career mode. And welcome to the club, Jonathan Petroipa. And Pogatetz has been sold to Hoffenheim for 2.9 mil. We've been allocated 2.5, which we can throw into the transfer fund for January. Hopefully no more injuries now. And hopefully that is it for our transfer proceedings. I think it's been a very, very productive window. Maybe 1 or 2 more players going out. There's a couple like younger players that aren't really going to get game time that I've transfer listed. We'll see if they sell. If not, no big deal. But yeah, look, transfer window's been very successful. And I'm happy with that final deal. And finally, after a very long and arduous transfer window, but a successful one, we have our first game of the season, and it's away to Stuttgart in the league. Look, it's not going to be an easy one. You're currently sitting at 12th. Obviously, there's a couple of teams that have already played in the league so far. But yeah, look, let me stop waffling. It's been a long transfer window. We've got everything we need through the door. And let's hope we can get our first win of the season. And as for the team going into this one, we've got Benaglio in goal, Fagner right back, Miranda and Naldo at centre backs, Adriano at left back, Felipe Melo in DM, Pilar and Varina on the wings, Diego in the 10, Olic and Eswine up front. On the bench, we've got Hitz, Felipe, Ricardo Rodriguez, Josue, Sio, Bastos, and the new boy, Jonathan Petroipa. A very, very strong bench. A lot of options there up front, out wide, and in midfield, and in defence, and in goal. That's how a bench works. But yeah, we're playing the 4-1-2-1-2. A very overpowered formation. I'm very happy with the squad. It's very well-rounded. The defence, a little lower rated, but honestly, I'm really, really happy with what we've done. And yeah, let's hope we can get the win. And here we go, away against Stuttgart in the first game of the league, in the Bundesliga, of course. Man, it's been so long. Well, recording this episode as well, that was a long transfer window. It's been so long since we've had a meaningful league game to play. Obviously, we've been doing those squad builders for a while. But we're here in the Bundesliga, a league I don't believe we've played in on the channel yet. A big part of the reason why I chose it, actually, I had about 5 teams that I wanted to play with. I put them all in like a random generator, and I did process of elimination. And Wolfsburg were the last team. I don't know why I tried to pronounce that German. I know it's a German team, but I don't want to overpronounce. Let's say Wolfsburg, not say Wolfsburg, even though I think that's probably how it is pronounced. But I am waffling a lot. And let me stop, because it's been such a long time Decent team we're playing. Honestly, a game I want to be winning. A game we should be winning, especially if we want to get into those top 6 places. Getting that Europa League spot at least. Maybe Champions League if we have a good season. But look, we're here. The first game of the season kicking off. We've got a strong team on paper. Let's just hope they play well. Oh man, FIFA 13, what a game. I'm so excited to be playing a series. And let's hope we can get the win. We've not started bad though. Eswine into Olic. Olic tried to get it on his left foot. Hasn't been able to. Olic picks up the ball. It's a lovely ball into Eswine. Can Alexander Eswine get past the defenders? Alexander Eswine on his right foot. And the new man skies it. I was about to celebrate. He did everything right there. It was such good play from the forward, but he skies it. Oh, I don't know how that's happened. And Madlang, of course, who we sold to Stuttgart. I don't know if he's playing in this game, but he's in the team, or in the squad at least. But man, I can't get over that miss. It's devastating. And Stuttgart on the attack. Adriano with a great bit of defending there. Actually, that might have been Varina actually made the tackle. It was brilliant defending from the forward / winger. And we can start something here. Felipe Melo into Eswine. Eswine to Diego. Into Olic. Olic into Felipe Melo. Melo into Eswine. Into Olic, who hits it first time and it's over the bar. Good football from us. Some of the shooting hasn't been great, but we're playing some decent stuff. Hopefully we can start putting the chances we get away and we'll be in a good spot. And that is half time. It's 0-0. We've had the better of the chances. We've played pretty well. Eswine definitely should have put that chance away that he had. He was through on goal and he hit it over the bar, not even on target. I don't think we've had a shot on target yet. The shooting, yeah, 3 shots, all off target. Definitely has to be better from us. To be fair, 2 were outside the box, but that Eswine chance, if we don't win this, it could be unforgivable. But look, the team are playing well. I'm not going to make any subs as of yet going into the second half. We're going to keep going. And hopefully we can get the win in this second half. Stuttgart on the attack here, though. And they could be through. They're running through on goal. But Benaglio and the centre-back doing well there. The centre-back held off the forward. And Benaglio comes out. Oof. Could have been dangerous. Not the best way to start a half. But we do have Fagner on the overlap. Going to hit this in first time. It's not a bad cross into the box. Been knocked on to the keeper. I don't know if that's from us or the defender. Not a bad chance for us, though. Ball out wide for Stuttgart. And it's a ball into a dangerous area. Haven't got it clear, and they've got the ball in our box. This could be dangerous. I get panicky in these situations. This is when I learn how to... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Cacao gets the rebound. Benaglio makes the save. And the rebound shot hits the post. Oh, man. It goes in off the post. Oh, I panic when I defend in the box. It was a good save, but parried straight out to the forward. And he taps it home. And I don't want to waste any more time. I think we need to bring someone on. I think I'm going to bring Bastos on for Olic. I'm going to bring Petroipa on for Pilar. And hopefully, fingers crossed, those 2 subs can change the game for us. Such a poor goal to concede. And we need to win this. Hopefully we can turn things around ASAP. Stuttgart in a dangerous area, working their way into the box. It's good defending, and we can get it clear. I honestly always panic in those situations because I don't want to give away a penalty, but any bad tackle, even if you miss the ball, it could be a penalty or they could be through. But I tell you what, Petroipa, while I was waffling on there, went on a nice run and got a shot on target. Keeper parried it though. And that is full time. Wow, a 1-0 loss in the opening day of the season is seriously disappointing. We had enough chances to do something in this game and we didn't take them. The goal we conceded was poor from us. Keeper parried it into the path of the forward, but the defending beforehand was not good enough. And we've got a good squad, there's no excuses. I thought the team played well. That's the worrying thing. We played well. We just didn't take the chances that we got. And that's such a disappointing start to the season. Felipe Melo with a 7.6. The centre-back's having a good game as well, but yeah, it wasn't a great game from anyone, really. only the centre-backs and Felipe Melo sweeping up. A lot of tackles won in that area of the pitch. Adriano with a couple tackles won as well, but we need to do better. And at the end of the episode, we are 15th place in the league. Obviously, it's only one game played. We've got our squad in a good place. It's just about taking chances and figuring out the best system for the players that we have. Hopefully, it is the 4-1-2-1-2. Don't want to have to keep moving formations. Anyone that's watched a couple series on the channel will know I do tend to switch up formations probably too much. But yeah, look, it's been a very interesting episode. I've been very satisfied with the transfer window. I'm excited to be back with a new series. And yeah, look, FIFA 13, one of my favourite games ever. My all-time favourite FIFA. Well, it's definitely... No, I think it is. I think it's FIFA 13. I sometimes think FIFA 14, but I think this is my all-time favourite. Especially when it comes to Ultimate Team and stuff. And career mode. Those MGH career modes back in the day were just legendary. But look, I've been waffling long enough this episode. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed the start to the new series. And I really do hope to see you again in the next one.